Hey mamas, it's Isla and Paisley from Burnt Out Mummas. We just wanted to quickly say thank you all for all the love and the messages. Honestly, this community means everything to us.
And to keep the podcast growing, better equipment, more guests, more episodes, we've launched a GoFundMe page to support the show.
So if this podcast has ever made you feel seen, supported, or a little less alone, even the smallest donation helps us keep creating the content you love.
You're not just supporting a podcast, you're supporting a space for mums to feel understood. You're creating a movement. Thank you so much. And the link is in our bio.
Burnt Out Mummas.
Hello, mamas. Happy Friday. We have got the amazing Tyrell here.
Hello.
And Tyrell is all the way from Melbourne, Australia.
Oh my God, Australia. Down under.
We love Australia. And Tyrell is the director and owner of Kepler Keychains. Can you tell us a bit more, Tyrell, about it? Because it's very interesting and we love the product.
Thank you. Firstly, thank you so much for having me on, guys. I've been following you guys for ages and, super fan. So thank you.
We're getting out to people. Sometimes you feel like you're talking into the abyss. You don't know who you're talking to.
We literally don't know. Like we natter away. And I said to Paisley the other day, I said, I look back on one of the videos and I'm like getting food out of my tooth whilst
heavy
talking.
breathing.
And then like really pregnant, heavy breathing. I was like, oh, do you know what? We're mums. Like we can get away with it.
That's right. That's how we roll. Well, you're getting out there. You're getting all the way down to Australia. So
amazing.
So what do you do? What are these keychains?
Yeah, so so literally a year ago I started Kepler Keychains. So what it is it's an Australian legal safety keychain business. So in Australia, and similar laws in the UK actually as well, they're very strict and there's a lot of rules around what you can and can't carry and weapons, etc. So after a really, really scary incident at my local movie theatre, I came home and started researching what I could personally use or carry with me for different emergencies, and found that there wasn't a lot of stuff on the market in Australia. The people that were selling them, they were just they were also selling kind of t-shirts and cups and different things like that. And it wasn't really really focused on the safety side of things and giving back and, combining with charities, etc. I just started sourcing products and deciding which products I wanted on the keychain. Launched on the 15th of October 2024. And it's been a hell of a time, but that's why I started and that's what I do.
Amazing.
Women can carry these around on their bags. Are you worldwide? Do you ship worldwide?
I don't currently ship worldwide. It is very difficult because the laws in different countries is so kind of difficult to kind of understand. And I don't want to get anyone in trouble. That's the last thing I want to do.
Yeah.
But at the moment I ship to Australia and New Zealand. I've just started in New Zealand and I've shipped a few there. But so they have different safety items on them. So they have a personal alarm, which is kind of the main personal safety item. So that's 130 decibels. So you pull the alarm, you pull it and it activates this massive 130 decibel alarm. It's the same equivalent as a jackhammer. So it's extremely loud. And it's designed to kind of deter people from, coming into your space, attacking you, anything like that. And also designed to attract attention. So if you are in a situation where you're uncomfortable and people tend to freeze in those situations, and it's hard to scream or say, back off. But, just subconsciously you can just pull this alarm without even thinking. And that kind of does the attention grabbing for you.
Oh, amazing.
I had one of them when I was
I did, but I'm looking at yours and I love the design of yours. I think that's the biggest selling point because I can see that you've got all the different colours and are they primarily for women?
Yes, definitely primarily for women. And the other thing is safety doesn't need to be ugly. It doesn't have to, be this, gross thing that you don't want to have with you. It needs to be something that fits into everyone's own vibe, everyone's own color scheme. And I've got black, there's pink, there's blue, there's purple. Like there's going to be a neutral kind of brownie color I'm coming out with soon. So, you know, it's safety items that you actually do want to carry with you as well.
Yes. Yeah.
So what else is on the keyring?
Yeah, so it's also got, oh, hold on, I'll grab one. So it's also got a car seatbelt cutter. Wow. So you pull that and you slip the seatbelt in there. I've done demos on all these as well. Like I went to a car yard and, a wrecker's yard and cut seatbelts. And it's also got this pen, which is a really kind of, it's a hardcore pen. And it's got this metal tip at the back at the end of it. And that smashes tempered car windows. And it's also a pen, like it actually, works as a pen. But yeah, I once again, I took this to the car wreckers and like smashed tempered windows and the older school windows that just shatter completely. It was scary at first, but then I got a, bit of a knack for it and was smashing car windows and it was actually really fun. And it's also got a little pouch that has a refillable spray bottle. So generally I put hand sanitizer in mine. So it's just like and yeah, it all comes on like a little
gorgeous. I love it. I think our Burnt Out Mummas will love that. It's definitely so good. So we wanted to ask, like, we are all burnt out mamas. Like we've got children, like you said earlier when we just spoke to you that you've got a 5-year-old, the same as us. So we're all in the same position.
Yeah.
Like, how did you set up the business with a child and
juggle it all?
And what was the idea that came around? Obviously, I know that you said that something happened in Melbourne. Yeah, what was the process of setting it up and, being a mum as well? Because it's very hard to juggle life as it is.
Absolutely, it is. Absolutely. Gosh, I wish I could. I don't know how I did it. I genuinely don't. I just look back and I'm like, I was sitting up till 10, 11 o'clock at night after, my son down and, making a website. I don't know how to make a website, but I made a website and it's just, it was just, the motivation that I had to do it kept me going. The passion and the drive just kept me kind of going, oh, look, I'll just do another hour here. And, I'd bring my laptop to, school drop off or school pickup, and kind of sit in the car and I've got 20 minutes so I can just do a quick something here. I mean, us mums, we find time when there isn't any. We make it, I don't know, we pull it out of thin air somehow.
And I think we're quite magical in some ways because it's, like you said, we will find the time and it's that thing of if we need to get something done, we will get it done. Like we are the biggest multitaskers in the world.
That's what's so good about the phone. Like when I messaged you last night, just to confirm it all, it's on the phone in between cooking the dinner or putting them to bed or on that school run. Or if I get there early, I'm on my phone doing a bit of work.
Yeah. That's where I do my editing for my TikToks, if I film stuff and, I'm like, as long as I've got the filming done before I pick up my son or, then, the editing can come between, my husband feeding him dinner and I'll hide in the lounge room and do some editing. But I know that I won't be able to film while he's around. But those things like the editing I can do, quickly and, little bits and pieces. So, we find the time. We just make it.
And I think the thing for mums is we think like even before like us setting things up, we're like, how are we going to have the time? But I think if you've got that vision and that strong passion, like you said, you will smash it. You will find time. It's just sometimes the thought of doing it is hard. But that's all in the mind, isn't it?
And it's more flexible than working for somebody. Like you said, you can do a bit of editing when, the dinner's being cooked. It just all works around. This is why we started it as well, because for us to go back into an office, people do it, but it just means we're a bit more flexible around the children. And if we need a day off, we can have a day off. Probably won't be in the future. Like mum's got a little one now, isn't he? Just fed and then he's gone to sleep. So we had to time it a little bit around his feed.
I was like, right, we've got to time this. And then I was like, right, 15 minutes I've got to feed him.
He's £10 now, isn't he? In 4 weeks?
Oh my God, he's
got £4.
£1 on a week and he just doesn't stop feeding. And then I've literally got makeup on to hide my bloodshot eye.
It's like, you look amazing. I've just done the school run. My hair's all wet and
This is what we do. But yeah, no, flexibility was a big, drive for me as well. So my son, he has an intellectual disability. So I take him to speech therapy. I take him to OT. He goes to physio. He went to play therapy, and he attends a special school for kids with disabilities. So my whole time from, 0 to 5, he's been in these basically different therapies. So time was having that freedom and time to have the time to then take him to all these was the top priority. And that's kind of went hand in hand with, okay, I need to make this work. This is my drive, because this will then give me the flexibility to then be able to assist my son in ways that, a 9-to-5 job couldn't possibly have given me.
I love that. Did you have a 9-to-5 job before?
Yeah. I was in banking for 15 years. It started in a call center, and then I was a mortgage broker, and worked in car finance. So big kind of corporate kind of jobs, and then had my son smack bang at the middle of COVID in 2020, as you guys would have too, with the 5-year-olds, and just kind of made stuff up as I went along, really.
It was a strange time to be alive.
It was very hard, very tough. And I think as mums as well, not having as much support as what we can have now, I've noticed a massive difference with my newborn now than what I was going through with my other little one. I didn't have that support as much, in
wasn't allowed in the hospital.
I don't know about you in Australia, but my husband wasn't allowed in the hospital for any of the scans. Nothing. And that was obviously he was with this one, but I found that really hard, especially it's so scary when it's your first, isn't it? And for me going through full labor, I was on my own and in the hospital.
Or is he allowed to come in at the end?
He came in right at the end, because they wanted to send me home, and they only allowed him up to collect me, to take me home. But I had her really quick because my cervix was really thin, and they didn't realise that. So they're like, yep, you've got to go home. And my instincts was like, I cannot go home. And I was so chilled. I then started getting all panicky. So he came up to obviously collect me, to take me to the car. And in that time, as she was coming out on the toilet, her head was there. They just left me in the hospital room and her head was there. So I said to him, I kept running to the toilet, kept thinking I needed a poo.
That's a sign, isn't it?
And I was kept running back and forth to the toilet. And then as I sat in the toilet, I just suddenly went someone said to me, as soon as you move, they are coming.
Oh my God.
And I sat in the toilet and I went, oh, like that really loud. So I was like, oh. And I was and I put my hand down and her head was there. And I was like, oh my God. I was like to my partner, I was like, Sav, come here. I was like, I think this is her head. It's her head. He's like, no, babe. Don't worry. It's not. It's just the pain. And he was like, no, look, is it her head? Is it her head? Because I could feel her head there. And as he looked down to see if her head was there, honestly, he put his head up and he turned completely white. He was like, it's her head. It's her head. And so he's running out down the aisle. Help. So I was sat in the wheelchair, with my legs up in the air. But that was 5 years ago. And obviously that was he wasn't allowed in, but thank God he came in to collect me.
Yeah.
And actually, I don't know what I would have done. I would have actually just probably delivered her myself.
Yeah, you would have had to. God.
Around, because it was at night time as well, and he had to run down the aisle to get a nurse. And they were like, "Oh my gosh, we're so sorry. We nearly sent you home."
That was a lonely time, wasn't it?
It was a lonely time, but however, it was a much quicker and nicer birth than the one that I've just had.
4 weeks ago, she's had a baby.
4 weeks ago, but he didn't want to come out. He was.
He's a chilled little fella.
He's a chilled man.
He's taking his time.
He was taking his time. In my head, I was like, it's going to be exactly the same. And everyone said, on your second, it'll come up really fast.
Yeah.
No, that didn't happen. And yeah, someone said to me, actually, no birth will be the same. And I was like, yeah, but it'll be easy because she came out easy. But it was probably one of the hardest things I've ever done in my life.
You're just recovering. And I was like, we've got to get back filming, Isla. We said 6 to 8 weeks. It's been 3 weeks. Last week I got her on one.
She was Paisley, like, I picked someone in. And I was like, okay.
This is happening.
Oh no, this is happening.
It's fun though, isn't it? Yeah. It's not like sitting at a computer. Like, I was thinking this today when I was in the corporate world as well. Like, it was such intense work. Whereas I was thinking, I'm going to work today and we're talking to people, doing what we love, other mums, inspirational, hopefully for our audience. Just hope one day, you know, the word spreads and, you know, we can just make a lot of more mums feel better, start businesses they want to start. Yeah. So this is why I wanted to get you on as well, because you're so relatable.
What you've done is very, very successful. And can you just tell us, because just before we came on the pod, you were like, life for you has gone crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell us a bit about all the exposure that's happened for you, for the business and stuff?
Yeah, sure. So, I mean, the last 2 weeks have been the biggest 2 weeks for my business. And the reason why is, and the internet is just, it's just crazy how things happen. So I filmed this little video, put it on TikTok thinking, oh, that's another cute video. And I do that all the time. I post kind of 3-4 videos a week on TikTok and Instagram and don't think much of it. And I put this one particular video up and I've posted it almost not even 2 weeks ago. It's been about a week and a half and that's had 2 million views.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah. It just takes one, doesn't it?
Yeah. And that 2 million views has got me then on the Daily Mail Australia. So they contacted me completely out of the blue and did an article on my business. So that also has thrown me kind of into, you know, thousands of people's, computers and vision and completely sold me out. I mean, this keychain wall that I have behind me is usually completely full. And I thought I had enough stock to last me until kind of, you know, I was hoping until, you know, Black Friday, kind of, you know, mid-November. And I've run out in, you know, 2 weeks basically. It's
amazing,
phenomenal. Yeah,
you got to work harder to get it going again. It's exciting. This is what I love. It's just so, you don't know what's next. Like when you're working for someone, it's very structured. It's like you'll stay on the admin for a year. You do this, but when you're running your own business, you get involved with everything. Like you're doing the marketing, you're doing the ordering, you're everything.
Yeah, but I think the difference is, it's your passion that drives you. And when it's for yourself, you not only feel complete, but you feel so fulfilled because you're like, I'm doing this for my future, my children's future, for my family. And actually, it's funny enough, I've been watching the Victoria Beckham Netflix.
Did you get time to do that?
And when I was feeding the baby at night, I don't know how, but I've got him on the boob whilst watching it. But right at the end, Beckham was like saying to Victoria, like, why do you want to do this? And he was like, you've achieved everything you want now. But she was like, I want to do it for myself. I love the fact that my family feels proud of me. And I think we're just mentioning this because there's so many mums out there that want to do the jump that don't quite do it because their mind is saying, I can't do it, I don't have the time, I don't have this. But if you've got that passion, dedication and drive, you will do it. And the fulfillment you get out of that is so incredible because you're not only making like your family proud, but it's, you know, it's a lot of fulfillment for you to be able to go, I'm going to take a day off tomorrow and spend it with my family because you can. It's your business. So it's really very inspirational.
Obviously, like I see you were following us, like in really supportive of us as well. And you said you found us on the Mum podcast. And I wanted to talk a bit about, we spoke about it before we came on. We're very strong on the law of attraction and visualization, and we try and manifest a lot, and I'm quite good at manifesting. What I do does normally happen. But I think the law of, is it synchronicity? I've got to say that right as well. So you came to us and then I came to you and you're on our podcast, and it just happened so easy. It wasn't like we were pushing for a meeting. I felt like you were meant to come to us to come on the podcast, and vice versa. So that we do believe in, don't we?
Yeah, definitely. And going on to the like synchronicity, law of attraction, things like that, I don't know exactly what happened to you in Melbourne, but I know that you said something bad happened, but something bad happened for something good to come out of it. And I think that's a really good way to like look at some things in our life sometimes, that something really bad can happen to us and stay with us. And it could be a trauma, but something good can come out of that trauma, which is, are you allowed to talk about what happened?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's so what happened was it was about kind of March or April last year. My husband and I had a date night. We had our son looked after and we went to the movies, just, Saturday night, movie night. And we sat kind of the second row from the back, and we were kind of to the side as well. And halfway through the movie, a guy behind us who was sitting by himself just gets on his phone and he took a phone call and started talking on his phone loudly. And this is in the middle of a movie. So we turn around and kind of very politely, in my opinion, very politely was like, look, can you just take that phone call outside, please? And he just went absolutely ballistic at us, called us every name under the sun, told me he was going to, if I said anything else to him, he was going to break my jaw, called me like every swear word you can possibly think of, and told us he was going to like F us up and meet us, like he's how dare we tell him what to F and do. And we both froze. We just didn't know what to do. And at the moment in Melbourne, there's so many problems with people, like kids, teenagers and young adults and people generally, just with machetes and knives, and it's terrifying. It's actually it's like gangland out there at the moment. It's full on. So kind of we both just froze, and we just wanted to get out of that situation, without any more conflict. So he just kept kind of, throwing abuse at us. And then he told us he was going to find us out, like meet us after the movie theater, like he's going to wait for us. And then he left. And then about 2 minutes later, he came back in and said, I haven't forgotten about you. I'm going to, I'll be waiting for you, and then walked out. So we quickly moved seats kind of into an area where there were a lot more people kind of sitting. And I kind of crouched down in the chair and called the police. And the police called the centre management, because it was a movie theater in a shopping centre, called centre management security, and they came in, and I kind of like walked around and I could tell like they were security, and waved them down, told them what happened. They met us after the movie and walked us out, and he'd waited a whole hour outside the movie theatre for us. Like, and as soon as he saw us with security, he turned and walked off. And then, they could tell that was the guy, because we were both, and another security guard walked off with him and left and made sure he left the centre. And then they walked us to our car. And I just got home and I was shook, absolutely shaken up. Like I'd never experienced anything as terrifying and confronting as that moment in my entire life. And I just didn't know what to do. And so I started researching what was available, found out there wasn't really much in Australia that was available, and started Kepler. So you're right, from something that I thought was, just a general date night out, turned into a horrific experience, and then turned into, this thriving business that I've created, helping thousands of women feel safer.
And as horrible as that is, something good has happened out of it. And I think it was what we say in life is that was meant to happen for this to come out. And obviously it's horrible. And it is actually very scary where the world is going, where the laws are...
It's bad over here.
It's not strict. Yeah. Well, actually, saying that, our brother, he had a client who got attacked in 8:30 at night on the tube with machetes, yeah. Because he had a Rolex watch on. They snatched it out of his hand,
and
out of his wrist.
Was worth thousands.
Yeah, and his bike. And they started attacking with a machete on a tube at 8:30 in the evening. And the guy, it was a big director in London, but but he's still recovered. 6 months he was in, and he still can't walk on one of his legs, which is so scary. Like that is in broad daylight. That's so scary. And that really, I said to Paisley, like, having materials stuff which is worth a lot of money is not worth it anymore. It's not worth your safety.
Well, all our cars get stolen over here as well. The crime is quite bad. So something what you're doing
is amazing. Yeah.
I mean, where does the name Kepler come from?
I just made it up. I thought I would love to say it's some kind of cool story. I just wanted it to start with the letter K to kind of go with keychains.
Yeah.
Yeah. It kind of rolls off the tongue, and it's like little, and I get all the alarms like printed with my logo on them.
So I love that. Yeah. And I love it. It rolls really well.
Yeah. And then my little like they're the bags they come in.
Excellent. The branding is fantastic. So how did you think of did you do all the branding yourself, or did you get someone else to do that for you?
I did it all myself. So I kind of fiddled around. Yeah, the brand, like the logo itself, that's all just I just like the font, to be honest. So I bought it and run with it. And the colours I really wanted purple, because purple in Australia as well is the colour for domestic abuse survivors. Like it's the purple is that colour in Australia. So the purple ribbon. So that's why purple is very dominant in my branding. And then I just wanted it to be fun. So not ugly, and really relatable, and really, wearer friendly, if you will.
Do you work with domestic violence charities in Australia?
I do, yeah. So there's a charity that I have been working with for about 6 months now. The charity is called Esker Bags. So it's they do escape bags. And they're situated in every Optus, which is a phone shop in Australia, and also every bank. There's a Bendigo bank. So women or men, anyone can go in to these shops and ask discreetly for an escape bag, and they get and they have children's ones as well. And they get a bag, no questions asked, and it's filled with all the everyday kind of essentials that you might not think to grab if you're escaping kind of a domestic violence situation. So it's got it's really magic. Like, it's just fantastic. So it's got, body wash, shampoo, toothbrush, toothpaste, tampons, pads. For the children, it's got toys and, activity pads and different things like that. So, and also Esker bags also have a personal alarm of mine in every one of their bags nationally as well. And I also donate $1 from every keychain sold to their charity as well.
It's something so close, to my heart as well, domestic violence charities, and it's a real big thing, and it happens behind closed doors to a lot of women. And this is kind of...
And you went through it.
I did go through it, and it was horrific. And I just never thought I'd end up in a relationship like that. And it was just very psychologically clever, the way it happened. And I lost friends over it. I was very isolated. But I believe, again, I went through that for a reason. And I did take it to court, but the injunction didn't go ahead. It was very, the police, it's a very complicated system over here.
Yeah.
And I always said to myself, one day I want to do something to work with charities, domestic violence charities, or the main reason I think a lot of women stay, financially, they're stuck or in unhappy marriages. And that for me is, if we can somehow in this podcast give people skills or that ambition or that thing to say, I'm going to start my own business, and you've got the freedom to make choices. Without money, you don't have freedom. That's how I see it in life anyway. And even though I was okay when I met this guy, he took a lot of that, you don't need to work, I'll look after you, we'll do our dreams together. It was very clever how it was done. I left a really good job in London, and then, I set up a bank account for us. You don't need to worry about money. And then before you know it, I was becoming so reliant on somebody, which I never needed to be. But it was that fairy tale that they were selling, and it changed very quickly. We got engaged, and there's signs, you know, everything happens very quick. You're bought presents, then they're taken off you. You know, I could go on about it, but I think the main thing for me was, rather than dwell in it and feel traumatized by it, which I was, I wanted to, at some point in my life, do something positive about it. So this is why I feel like I've got goosebumps, because somehow I feel like, I don't know.
I think it, like, just you being on here is a law of attraction for us. Yeah. Like what you've been through and stuff. So
so if we can help one person out there, you know, even start a business or buy a keychain like yours in Australia, wherever, because I think there are.
I'm looking forward for them to come to the UK.
Bring them over.
Oh
my God,
we'll help you. We'll help you.
I love it.
So yeah, really inspirational.
Yeah, and thank you. Is there anything, Tyrell, that you want to finish off, you know, giving advice to any women out there?
Just go for it. I know mum life is just a roller coaster, an absolute roller coaster. One day you're up, one day you're down, one day you think, how do I do this? The other day you're like, I'm smashing this, I'm on top of the world. But if this is something that you've been thinking about or wanting to do, just try it. You know, the worst you can do is it not happen, or you know, it not happen. But also the best it can do would be anything. Sky's the limit. So I reckon just my main thing is just try. Just give something a go if you want to. If you feel like it's a passion and you want to try it, do it. Just do it.
Amazing. You've been so inspirational, and I really hope
your energy,
the success of your business really thrives, and I know it will, because you've already had that exposure through TV, newspapers.
You said the Daily Mail,
and then you said something. It was a TV program as well. Did you say, or news?
Yeah, or just the news. Yeah.
It's a big thing to feel safe. So
yeah.
You are changing
a lot of stuff for women. Yeah, amazing. Thank you so much for coming on.
You can go to bed now. Sorry.
I know. The time difference is how many hours?
You know what?
It's 9. So it's 10 hours. 10 hours. So it's almost 20 past 8 here, PM.
Yeah, maybe 20 past 10 here.
Yeah. Oh my God. Amazing. Thank you so much for coming on.
Oh, no, thank you. It was so nice chatting with you and sharing it. Thank you for sharing your story. Hopefully we inspire at least one woman, just one woman out there, you know, one mum. That's all that it would be, you know, that would be amazing.
Yeah, amazing. No, thank you so much. Thank you.
Bye.
Oh, thanks so much, Tyrell. Good luck with the business.
Yes, good luck.
We love it.
Bye.
If you're loving the show, don't forget to download our latest episodes. It helps us a ton by boosting the show and making sure more people find us.
Plus, you can listen anytime.
And while you're at it, make sure to follow us on Spotify so you never miss a new drop.
Want even more behind the scenes content? Follow us on Instagram, YouTube and TikTok at Burnt Out Mummas, one word, for exclusive clips, updates and fun extras.
Hit that follow button, send us a message and let's keep the Burnt Out Mummas community going.